Hello everyone, welcome to Bridge is for Everyone. My name's Jad. This video is for those who don't play bridge but have been asked to play with one or more bridge players. It explains how to play mini bridge in a few minutes. Mini bridge is just bridge without the bidding. Let's jump straight into what you need to know. The bridge player who asked you to play will help you with the mechanics of the game. I will refer to that person as the director. Bridge is played by 4 players in 2 teams of 2. Here you see the blue team and the yellow team sitting at a table with each player opposite their partner. Bridge is played with a standard deck of 52 cards. There are no jokers in the deck. In each suit, the highest card is the ace, followed by the king, the queen, the jack, the 10, and then the remaining numbered cards from 9 down to the lowest card, the 2. The director will ask one of the players to deal the cards. The entire deck of 52 cards is dealt, so each player will have 13 cards in their hand. This is an example of what your hand will look like when you pick it up. You should keep your cards hidden from the other players. The first thing to do is sort your hand into suits and arrange those suits in alternating colours of black and red. Then sort each suit from high to low. This will help you when you play the cards. Now you need to value your hand. Here is how to do it. For each ace you hold, count 4 points. For each king you hold, count 3 points. For each queen you hold, count 2 points. And for each jack you hold, count 1 point. Let's apply this to your hand. You have 2 aces worth 4 points each, for a count of 8 points. You have no kings and therefore count 0 points. You have 1 queen worth 2 points and 2 jacks worth 1 point each. This gives you a total for the hand of 12 points. Your hand is valued at 12 points. When it is your turn, you will need to announce your points to the other players. The director will tell you when to do this. After all players have taken their turn to announce their points, the director will check that they add to 40 points, which is the total for the deck. Then, based on the points held by each player, the director will identify which team will play offense and which team will play defense. On the offense team, one player will play both hands of cards for that team. That person is known as the declarer. The director will use the points to identify the declarer. Declarer's partner is known as dummy. Dummy now places their cards on the table face up for all to see. This is to allow declarer to move to the next stage of the game. When you are the declarer, you will need to know if a hand is what bridge players call balanced. The director will tell you when you need to do this. Balanced means you have roughly the same number of cards in each suit. Here is the formal definition. A balanced hand has at least 2 cards in each suit, and no more than 1 suit with only 2 cards. Let's look at some examples. This is the hand you had earlier. I have separated the suits to make it easier to check. As you can see, it has at least 2 cards in each suit and no suits with only 2 cards. So it is balanced. Let's look at another example. This time you have only 1 club, so the hand is not balanced. Now for one last example. This time you have at least 2 cards in each suit, but you have 2 suits with only 2 cards, clubs and diamonds, so your hand is not balanced. The director may ask you some additional questions about your hand. Based on all the information provided, the director will announce the goal for the offense. This is called the contract. The contract will specify the number of tricks the offense needs to win when the cards are played. It will also identify the trump suit if there is one. Now, let's look at what we mean by a trump suit and tricks. A card in a trump suit will beat any card in any other suit when played to a trick. We can refer to these cards as trumps. Now, let's look at how to play the tricks. Remember, Dummy's hand is already on the table. Before play starts, the director will make sure everyone knows what the contract is. In our example, the declarer needs to win 10 tricks and the trump suit is hearts. At the start of the play, the director will tell the player on the left of declarer to play a card from their hand. This is called a lead. That player places one of their cards face up on the table in front of them. In our example, it is the 3 of spades. This is the first card played to the trick. The most important information about this card is its suit. Here we can say that the lead was a spade. Play proceeds in turn in a clockwise direction, with one card played to the trick from each hand. The card played from each hand must be of the same suit as the suit led, if possible. In our case, a spade. This is called follow suit. If the hand has no spades, then any card may be played. Declarer tells Dummy to play the 2 of spades. Dummy moves this card towards the centre of the table. The next player plays the ace of spades, and Declarer, who plays last to this trick, plays the 7 of spades. Now, let's focus just on the cards played to the trick. The winner of this trick can now be determined. Here are the rules for winning a trick. The trick is won by the highest trump played, if any. Obviously, this only applies if there is a trump suit. If no trump is played, then it is won by the highest card of the suit led. Let's apply this to our example. The trump suit is hearts, so there are no trumps played. The suit led was spades, so the highest spade played wins the trick. In our case, the ace. Let's look at a different example. In this case, the 4 of hearts wins the trick because it is the highest trump played. Importantly, Declarer could only play the trump because, in this example, their hand had no spades. Now for one final example. This time, Declarer wins with the 7 of spades. The 10 of diamonds cannot win because it is not a trump and is not the suit led. I have one last note for you. The winner of one trick leads to the next trick. That's it. You now know all you need to play mini bridge with a director. If you want to learn more about bridge, I recommend watching my Learn to Play series on this channel. Thanks for watching. If you found the video useful, please consider subscribing to this channel. Until next time, this is Jad reminding you that bridge is for everyone.